Hey everybody, Chris here from O'Reilly Auto Parts to show you how to change the front brake pads and rotors on a 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic Si. Before I get into that, take a second to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any of our new content. Today I'll be changing the front brake pads and rotors on this 2008 Civic Si, and procedures will be similar on these models from 2006 to 2011. But be sure to know the specifics for your vehicle before getting started. If you're not completely comfortable doing this yourself, we'd be happy to recommend a professional technician in your area. Once you've got your supplies together, here's what you'll do. Park on a level surface. Loosen the lug nuts on the front wheels with a 19mm socket. Jack up the front end and put it on stands. Remove the lug nuts and take off the wheels. Turning the steering wheel can help you access the caliper you're working on a little more easily. Secure the bottom caliper pin with a 19mm wrench and remove the bolt with a 12mm socket, being careful not to damage the pin boot. Use the same wrench and socket to remove the top bolt as well. Once these bolts are removed, pull the caliper from the rotor and use your caliper hanger to suspend the caliper and keep pressure off the brake line. Take the brake pads out of the bracket and use a 17mm socket to remove the caliper bracket bolts. Now you should be able to remove the caliper bracket. With the bracket out of the way, the rotor can now be removed. The rotor is likely held in place by two screws that may be difficult to remove, so spray them with rust penetrant first. Using an impact screwdriver to remove the screws makes this a little easier as well. Once you remove the screws, the rotor can be pulled off the hub. Use brake cleaner and a rag or shop towel to wipe down the friction surface of your new rotor. Brake cleaner will strip paint, so be careful to keep it away from any painted surface when you spray it. Use a wire brush and brake cleaner to clean the wheel hub of any rust or debris. Apply some 100% silicone grease to the hub. Then put your new rotor in place. If you'll be reinstalling the two screws, be sure to orient the rotor accordingly so that the holes are in alignment with the holes on the hub. It isn't necessary to reuse these screws. You can use a lug nut to keep the rotor in place while you work if needed. Before reinstalling your caliper mounting bracket, remove the guide pins. Wipe off the old grease. If the pins are pitted or rusty, they should be replaced. Apply clean silicone grease. Reinstall the guide pins, making sure that they're pushed all the way into the bracket. And check the boots to make sure they aren't cracked or damaged. Remove the old hardware clips from the bracket. Clean the caliper bracket with brake cleaner where the hardware clips and pads will sit, and inspect it for rust before reinstalling it. If the bracket is rusty where the pads and brake hardware ride, it needs to be replaced. Don't use a steel brush on it. Install the new hardware clips. Reinstall the caliper mounting bracket using your two 17mm bolts. and torque the bolts to 80 foot-pounds. Now put a small amount of silicone grease on the contact points of your new brake pads and install them in the bracket. Be careful not to get any grease on the friction surfaces of the rotor or pads. Make sure the pads are flat against the rotors. Remove your caliper from the hanger. And be sure to remove the hanger from the wheel well. Attach your bleeder tool and open the bleeder valve by turning it counterclockwise. Compress the brake caliper with a C-clamp or brake caliper compressor tool. If the rubber boot is cracked or if there's brake fluid leaking, the caliper needs to be replaced. Position the caliper in the bracket. Put the bolts back in place by hand. Then use a 19mm wrench and 12mm socket and torque wrench to tighten the bolts to 25 foot-pounds. Be careful not to damage the pin boot. Except in unusual circumstances, you should always change pads and rotors in pairs. So repeat these steps on the other side. Straighten your steering wheel back out to reinstall your wheels. And finger tighten the lug nuts so the wheels are flush against the rotors. Once the vehicle is lowered, tighten the lug nuts in a star pattern to 80 foot-pounds. Once the job is complete, before you drive anywhere, be sure to pump your brake pedal several times until you feel pressure return. It should feel the way it did before the brake job. Some brake fluid was pushed out when you compressed your pistons, so check your master cylinder and add fluid as needed. If your brake pedal does feel spongy, you probably have air in one or both of your front brake lines. Here's a link to a video on how to bleed those lines to remove the air. To help break in the new components, it's a good idea to test drive your vehicle, slowing it 15 to 20 times from 50 to 30 miles per hour with moderate brake pressure, allowing the brakes to cool in between each slowdown. Try to avoid aggressive stops during the braking process. Your brakes will probably smell after you've done this, and that's okay. If the odor persists past 500 miles or so, or if you have excessive dust on one wheel, you may have a stuck caliper. And that's it. You'll find everything that you need for this and other jobs at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com. Our DIY videos are designed to help answer questions we get in our stores every day. If you found this one helpful, subscribe to our channel to get all the latest. We'll see you again soon.